Hello, Divine One. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for choosing you right here, right now, today, because that is what you've done. If you felt called to click on this and you did, you answered the call of you in the now. That's really what it's all about, friends. It's answering the call of the now. What is the now leading and guiding you to? What do you feel called to do in the now? In every now. And that is how you answer the call of the now. That's how you choose you. Choosing you is not just about devoting to you, although it is in many, many, many ways. Because ultimately, when you follow what you feel called to in the now, and I say this at 4-4, when you follow what you feel called to in the now, you experience more and more and more bliss. It's undeniable. 5-5, it is undeniable. You will be experiencing more synchronicities at this time. I imagine, would have been experiencing beautiful confirmations, but not just on YouTube or on Facebook or with your cards or wherever you find your confirmation, or with your angel numbers or the synchronicities. I'm hearing and feeling that the or not even the synchronicities, that the source is showing up in your reality, like in ways that are undeniable. Like shifts, things are changing in your reality. You can, I don't know why this is coming through, but I'm going to follow it and I'm going to allow it. I feel like for some of you, maybe your life has quite literally been uprooted in some shape or form, and things are really, really changing. Like something that you can't deny is happening. It's happening. It's there. And I'm just hearing that this is, I'm just hearing divine grace. Really, I'm hearing divine grace. Which can be interpreted in many ways, but the way that I'm feeling it is that you have 222 as this is coming through. You have chosen to accept this with divine grace, to trust whatever has occurred. And this particular part of the message may not be for all of you. I feel that it is for I'm hearing a pocket. So for some of you, like the way that source has shown up in your world has shifted everything, quite literally, like almost like a bit of an earthquake. Things are really going to be different afterwards, and this is because of the things that you have chosen. This is all for you. I'm just hearing divine compensation at play. And emphasis on the play, friends, because you don't know how this is going to work out. And trying to know will limit it. It's truly trusting. It's stepping away from all of that, knowing that the magic is unfolding. And the now you is conducting that. The now you is conducting your unfolding. This is true for me. It's true for you, should you choose it to be. The now you is conducting your unfolding. It's how you anchor the light. You anchor the light by taking ownership of your frequency. What's been coming through for me today, and now I know for you too, but I sort of knew before because it was becoming redundant in the sense that I was like, yes, I've got this. I know, I see, I understand. But not just for me. You've been called to shake a lot of stuff off, and also to not give things a second thought. There are so many ways that this can be achieved through meditation, through little practices that you can do to bring yourself back to the now, bring yourself back to the present. For me, at a time, it was very much, I used to click my fingers 3 times and pull an elastic band on my wrist. At one stage, my brain was very busy. So there are little ways and little techniques that can assist you. 444 is this coming through gently, where you can gently assist yourself. When it's something, when I say mechanical, there's no shame, blame, or guilt, right? It's just, I'm there, I'm coming back. I'm there, I'm pulling myself back. It's there's less room to judge yourself, to play in that paradigm. Even though you are beyond that paradigm, I'm feeling that some of you are still, the word sensitive is coming up, and I don't know if sensitive, huge confirmations on sensitive. So at this time you might be a little bit sensitive. You might be a little bit sensitive, and this pendulum is, I'm feeling, swinging many ways, but for some of you, you must need to check your sensitivity. And this may sound insensitive, and this may be triggering in itself, but the things that you are super sensitive about, there's some stuff there. There's something beneath the sensitivity. You're sensitive about it because of something you still believe that is untrue, or something you feel, I'm just hearing deserving. You have to prove something. So for some of you, you may still be doing things in an energy of, I'm going to show you, I'm only going to, where you're maybe doing things behind closed doors and waiting for it to be a success before you share it with the world. You are a success now, exactly as you are. So this, whatever the sensitivity is linked to, attached to, because it will also be an attachment. It will be an attachment, whatever you feel sensitive about. And I'm not gonna even try I'm not gonna try and label the ways, because there are so many ways, and it will be different for all of you. But you will know. You will know, and that's the only person who needs to know. So yeah, I'm just hearing again, check your sensitivity. Sometimes when we are overly sensitive, I'm also hearing we can be a little bit insensitive. Not on purpose, because of the perspective and the paradigm that we are sort of playing in. When we are sensitive, our perspective is coming from a place of almost looking for, sometimes almost, do you know what I mean? Where you're sensitive about something and suddenly it's everywhere, and perhaps it's everywhere because you're looking for it, because you're thinking about it, because you feel that it is what you deserve. You feel that this is everywhere, so you experience it everywhere. It's interesting the conversation that your reality has with you at all times. But anyway, friends, I don't know why the sensitivity thing came through, but it did, and if it's for you, you will feel it. I am being guided to take out the cards, so if any of this resonates with you, my name is Angela. I channel Source Consciousness daily through for you guys, and I just know that right now, with the Lionsgate portal right around the corner, I think the day of recording is the 4th of August. I also felt when I saw the 2 4s at the beginning of the reading that this is very much Lionsgate portal still at play, which of course it will be, because we have yet to go through it fully, which will be on the 8th. But the 4 and 4 is 8, and this is really the where source, which is a force to be reckoned with. This is what I'm hearing, a force to be reckoned with, is working with you. So when you choose you, source is really side by side, amplifying, magnifying this portal. It's like every highest timeline that is available to you now is surrounding you, waiting for you to put out your hands so that it can grab you. They all want you. It's the feeling here. They all want you, because you are now at that point where you are truly ready. You are truly ready to begin to fully be the being that you came here to be. And that doesn't mean that you get to know exactly what you came here to do. You don't. Not yet. Not yet. I'm hearing not yet. now is the time really for alchemy and for play, right? For co-creativity with source in every way, because you are always co-creating. Triple one, as this is coming through, you are always co-creating, you are always manifesting, you are always channeling, you are source. And yes, you are here to tap into higher streams of consciousness, for higher streams of consciousness to be channeled through you and your lens. It's the best way that I can describe what they're giving me visually, but your lens is essentially your life experience, everything that you've experienced. There is nobody like you. You are the only you. You are so unique. You are so special, triple one. You are so, so, so special. And this is not new. The energy of this, when they bring this message through, I get so excited. I almost do want to sing for you. 1111. And I do have that song singing in my head. Maybe one day I will. But, but not today. You are so special and so unique. And only you can bring through whatever this thing is, or things, because it will not just be one thing, it will be many, many, many things, but it will start with one thing. And this is the thing, it's start now. What can you do now without worrying about the big picture? I made excuses for a very long time, for years. I made many excuses, as many of us do. And there's no shame, blame, or guilt, because I was exactly divinely aligned and right on time, even when I was resisting. There was so much that occurred in the resistance, and so much that I learned in the resistance that made certain things, when I eventually chose to stop making excuses, easier for me, because I learned some lessons there that I probably would have learned here. So nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted, and no opportunity is ever missed. Everything circles back. But at this time, what Source 1, 2, 3, 4, as this is coming through, what Source wants you to know, emphasis on the no here, friends. Like, okay, that's funny. Emphasis on the no, N-O, and the no, K-N-O-W, like both. Some of you have some big no's to say, I'm hearing. You'll know who you are and what they are. You will know. And the no, this is about knowing if you choose for this to be a magical amplified time for you, it will be. It is already, even if you choose for it not to be. Like, some things are undeniable, things will just happen, you will just experience it in the energy of the decision that you're making, or the decisions that you're choosing. But should you choose for this, the next 4 days, to be magical and amplified, and like for poetry to, I'm hearing poetry in motion, and I don't know if that is something, it sounds and feels so familiar to me, but poetry in motion, but like where you get to actually kind of see a little bit of the poetry behind the scenes. Like, it's not stuff that you can really see with your eye, it's stuff that you can kind of see and know with your heart. There's no other way that I can put this into words, friends. A lot of it is beyond words. A lot of it is beyond words, but you will know, you will feel, you will sense, and you cannot force it. It will just, I promise you, these moments will come, and I'm just hearing from many of you you've already been experiencing like undeniable magic. Okay, cards coming out, friends, but that really wanted to come through for you, and I don't resist. Okay, so if this resonates with you, I ask you if you feel called to ground yourself in this now with your breath, because now is all that there is, and your focus is the lens that you get to place with intention, right? So where you place your focus is where you create magic, or what your lens sees is what it creates magic from. Does that make sense? Where you choose to place your focus is where the energy goes. It's where the energy flows. Okay. So choose what is for you. And if this feels for you, then choose it. Commit to it until you feel that it is not for you, or until it is over. 333. And if it is not for you, whatever you choose next, ask yourself the same question. Okay. What you choose, not what somebody else tells you, not even what source tells you, not even what the algorithm and I know how it goes. Like, source, show me what I need to know, go on YouTube, ooh, this video, and it's how this video found you, it's how this channel found you. So I know that it is true, and I know that it is for us to work that way, but we still get to choose. There are many things that will be on your YouTube feed that will not be for you. You will feel that they are not for you, or if you click on them, you will hear something that is not for you, or it will be for you and it will trigger you away because you're not ready for it. The now you needs I'm just hearing that when that happens, when you feel triggered away, it's just because the now you has some alchemy to play with. Okay, so 444 as this is coming through, and there is no shame, blame, or guilt or judgment. Everything that is for you circles back, always. Okay. Grounding yourself with your breath, friends. Breathing in through your nose to capacity. Holding for a moment or two at the source of you, at your heart space, before fully surrendering on your exhale. Breathing at your own pace. Just breathing in fully. And surrendering on each exhale. Surrendering to the now. Opening to receive that which you do not know you need. And surrendering to the magic of the now on the exhale. I am finding this energy so beautiful. Okay. Did not mean for the card to slap down, but it is the Nine of Voices, the Nine of Swords. I really like the energy though of that. What I felt and saw in my mind's eye as the card sort of sounded quite aggressively placed on the table was I saw, like, felt the energy of my little one, or any little one, essentially like a little child, putting a doll to bed, and depending on their age, sometimes they can be quite rough. Just go to bed. And this is the energy that I felt with this Nine of Voices, this Nine of Swords, is that, like, you are, and confirmed here with the Queen of Swords, and so many confirmations. I'm going to talk about the rest of the cards, but we have 20, the Awakening. In a normal deck, it's the Judgment card. In this deck, it's the Awakening card, and the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords. So at this time, you are really done. You're done being afraid. You're done doing things the same old way, I'm hearing. There's just this completeness that I feel in the energy of this, that something is coming full cycle. We have the Hermit card at the bottom. We have the 10 of Emotions, which is the 10 of Cups. We have the Knight of Materials, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Inspiration, which is the 8 of Wands. You are, at this time, blooming. You're blooming where you're planted. You are creating that which is for you. Yes, it exists, but it's like you are at this time, I'm just like creating the magnetism, but I need a little bit more on that, because you are already magnetic. it's you believing and you seeing your magnetism. Here, what I'm seeing is, it's like, it's okay. It's choosing to turn on your light. It's like, I imagine that for many of you, you are feeling and experiencing that you are more and more magnetic at this time. Just, you will be experiencing it. 222s, this is coming through. This is my feeling, and this is, I'm just getting confirmations on my, with chills and ear ringing and stuff. So this, I feel, will be true for many of you. And yeah, and at this time, it is becoming easier and easier for you to be done with the old ways of being. There's so much alchemy at play in this time, is what I'm hearing. Like, so much stuff being brought up for alchemy. 4, 9, and 1, as I say this, for your alchemy. And this, it's like, what they're wanting me to say here is that everything, big or small, is up for alchemy. There is a rearranging of the furniture. I don't know why they're giving all these household imageries. Like, maybe for some of you really are moving. Maybe you really are moving. And maybe this is a fantastic thing for you. I don't know. But they're giving a lot of houses and foundations. Maybe you're building a house, but a lot of like moving references in the imagery that they've been giving lately. Take that how it resonates, friends. I'm just calling your attention to something. Maybe you discovered it before they brought it to my attention. Anyway, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of moving imagery. And what I'm seeing here is you really moving your furniture around. Like this isn't how I want things. Somebody else decorated this room. No. Gonna paint the walls red and splash fluorescent green paint and move the furniture around, and I don't know, rip up the carpet, expose the wooden floorboards. I don't know what this project of yours entails, and this is probably for some of you literal, and for some of you it'll be quite metaphoric. But whatever it is, it's something that you are choosing to do, like you feel called to do. And this really could be, for some of you, moving, shifting around the paradigms that you've been playing in. Like imagine every false belief and every limiting belief, every lie about yourself that you believe. Imagine it to be an obstacle course that you've created for yourself. And it's currently in like your pulse. It's something that runs through your body. It's like something that's attached to your pulse. It isn't your pulse. It's just something that's, like attached to it. It's an extra, like a murmur, right? There we go. Like a heart murmur, like an extra beat. Something that isn't quite meant to be there. It's there. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not quite meant to be there. And you're so used to it because it's the way that you've always felt. You're really being called to anchor with your breath, friends, because you're in for a bit of a wild ride, like a beautiful wild ride. I'm going to pull some clarifiers from an oracle deck here, but you're like perseverance, but it's not perseverance in the way that it's going to be difficult, because you know, and this is the knowing that is felt, not the knowing that is known. It's the unshakable knowing. And I'm feeling that there is unshakable knowing, at least with regards to some things in your life at this time. And whatever is taking place, they're giving me this earthquake, shaky, rocky, like things are really being shaken up for you. And once again, at the same time, like shake it off. Like allow things to be shaken up and shake it off and just continue. this imagery has been coming through, this shaking it off has been coming through for you guys since this morning. You are a frequency artist. You are a frequency artist whose sole responsibility is your frequency. So check, the same way that you are checking your sensitivity, check your frequency. You are here to experience things in a whole new way, meaning you've never experienced things in this way ever before. And I'm just hearing that for some of you, there are gonna be some big things that are going to be necessary for your highest timeline to grab you. And when these big things, this is not a prediction, this is really just reading the energy. It's really reading the energy. For some of you, it might be a little thing, but something is being shaken up, not stirred. I'm hearing shaken, not stirred. That's funny. I do find that funny. Anyway, okay. So things are being shaken up, and it's like what I'm seeing. You're like, you know, when people they're usually like two people and they're holding the corners of a blanket, and they're somebody on, like a little person usually, and they're shaking the blanket, and the little kid is flying up, almost like a trampoline net type thing, catching the child. But if they were to drop it, there would be nothing holding this blanket up in the air. So things are being shaken up. You are so supported. Like, those hands ain't going nowhere for you, my friend. This is very much what I'm feeling. And it's so beautiful, because I don't know where you land, but you just really need to enjoy the ride. You just actually need to enjoy the ride. There's whatever you experience at this time that feels uncomfortable, that is not nice, pay attention to it. Go deeper, look deeper. There's something under the hood there. There's something calling to you. There's something calling for you to apply your alchemy to like allow yourself to alchemize it. And when you do this, you do not just free yourself, you free everything that was attached to whatever this is. So this is beyond just you, in the same way that your frequency is important beyond just you. Your frequency is you, but what your frequency does for others is magical. So you're really being called to pay attention to the vibes, your vibes, all of it. Pay attention to how you feel, and pay attention to what you think your presence is, what you think your vibration is. Just there's so much, I don't know why, but just pay attention, because I'm hearing that for some of you something is not being seen. And this is, I'm going to pull clarifiers here, but I'm going to first pull clarifiers on this 8 of inspiration, this little bit of persevering, this holding of the pose, this knowing, right? This knowing, but this following through. And sometimes follow through can feel difficult. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. All paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Last one, friends. Earth's pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. I'm very much being called to this card. Really, 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 this blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. I feel like this is truly capturing. I'm going to read from the book on this one. But I feel like this is very much capturing what I'm feeling here, and I'm hoping that Rebecca Campbell's words will just give a little bit more clarity. But can you see that there's almost there? For me, there's a figure there, like an angelic being. I think that's so beautiful. Okay, the blue flame. Looking for it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. don't usually read from this book, so I'm not as familiar with it. Okay, Breath of the Cosmos. Sorry, friends, but I do know that when this happens, there is always a reason. There's always a reason. The blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions or having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much easier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. And awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. StarSeed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. Friends, I felt that was possibly for all of us. Right? So much magic in those words. And so much magic occurring for you. We have the Nine of Voices. This is an ending of a cycle, a big, you're making a big shift here. And this shift is truly liberating you. And you've been experiencing more and more of what happens when you listen to you, when you listen to the song you are singing to yourself in the now, when you answer the call that you are giving yourself in the now, when you follow inspired action, whatever way this resonates with you, when you are listening to your higher consciousness, it's all you. And the more that you have been choosing you, I'm just hearing you've jumped through portals, you've jumped through hoops, and you've experienced enough for you to reach a pinnacle point, a point where you fully surrender. This is what I'm feeling with this, and I'm truly, I'm feeling that this is what's happening, friends. Like, it's the end of what you were meant to experience at this time is near, and it's an end because for you to truly and fully be the new human that you came here to be, there are things that must be left behind, that will be left behind, that cannot go with you. And that is what I'm seeing here with this 8 of inspiration. So that as you choose you, as you take each beautiful magical step for yourself and only for yourself, you are leaving behind density that is not for you. And this density is, this density will fade out eventually, right? It's now, everything is just echoes. A lot of what you're experiencing are merely echoes of the past now used choices, but things are beginning to happen more and more quickly. And I am hearing that obviously it is because of the cosmic play at play here. And I'm not hearing more on that. They're not giving me any more on that. I'm going to shuffle and see if there's anything more for you, friends. But I feel like all they are wanting you to know at this time, this confirmation, is that you are going through a lot. That's my feeling. I'm getting confirmation there. It feels like a lot for you. It maybe is a lot for your human. It's a lot of changes, a lot of stuff that you have to alchemize, a lot of frequency checking and sensitivity checking that's taking place, and a lot of choosing to embody what is truly what you choose to embody. So sometimes when our highest timeline grabs us, there's a big shift, like something is taken away. Maybe somebody dies, maybe somebody leaves, maybe a friendship ends, maybe a relationship ends, but there is often something big. It's like abrupt. It's, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm merely saying that in my experience, I have found that sometimes when my highest timeline grabs me, there is something that occurs that I might not consider ideal at the time. In hindsight, in retrospect, years later, maybe I can see. But I have found, well, now I can see, but in the past, it's always been very, very obvious when you choose to see things as they are. Things are generally more obvious when you choose to see them as they are. Funny that way. But when you allow yourself to just trust that everything is for you, everything, there is a surrendering that occurs. There is also a knowing. There is just a knowing. And sometimes the shifts might seem abrasive. The shift itself might bring some stuff up for alchemy. You might have to choose to experience something that you've experienced before, but you haven't because the now you hasn't. So you're now being called to choose to experience things in a new way. This is one of the ways in which you hold the pose. Like, you might have this envision of a business that you desire to build. And this may be where you've been placing your focus, your energy, whatever. And this may truly be for you. And now let's say something major happens. You have to leave the city. I don't know. You're like, oh gosh, no, what about this? No, friends, this is where you go, okay, I leave the city. If it is something that comes up and it feels like it is for you, like, even though it may not be answering what you asked for, it will be. Like, who knows, maybe you go there, you meet the right people. Not suddenly it's easy to create this thing that you wanted to create, whereas in this other place you were struggling, like, didn't know how to find the right people. Half of it was being forced, and I don't know how this is going to play out for you. And I'm not, like I said, this is just an energetic read of something is shifting, and you may be called to experience some stuff in a whole new way, in an alchemical way, in a frequency artiste type way, because that is what you are. You are a frequency artiste. Remembering that you are a frequency artist. So much better. I don't like the word artiste. I know it's very French. It's always made me think my human maybe found it as a bit of like adding an air, right? Everyone is just, if everyone is an artiste, then that's great. Everyone is an artiste. This is interesting. I don't know why they're bringing this through, but because I've never ever felt desired or called to use the word artiste. It's actually something that my human generally does not choose to use. So I'm wondering what this is, but it is, I think, okay, it's about perspectives. It's about perspectives. It's also about letting old perspectives go, letting old attachments go. It merely is just a word. It's just a word. There's nothing attached to it. It's just a word. But anything that I dislike about the word, or that you dislike about the word or something, this is really a reflection. They're bringing this through for you. They're using this very silly example for you to see something in your reality. It's just a word. But my human has stories attached to it, right? There's somewhere in my younger years, I may have had an art teacher that used that word and she hated my art. There's a story attached to the reasons why my human doesn't like it. There's nothing wrong with the word. There's nothing wrong with the word. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, I think. I'm really sure it's just French, or I can't remember if the pronunciation is just because of the French pronunciation, which I feel that it is. But this is the thing about words, all right? We add spoonerisms. I mean, there's so many things, and there's so many things that are beyond words, and you are going to be experiencing more and more of the beautiful beyond words. They're almost giving me the word frustration, because I guess in the beginning it is a little bit frustrating to not be able to put things into words sometimes. This is a reminder that everything is for you to experience and to put into words when you feel called to. That's what I'm feeling called to say. I'm also feeling called to end here today with, as I pick up the deck, the Death card at the bottom. So, friends, this really, really is your metamorphosis. It's like you're coming out of whatever you have been learning in this transitionary. They're giving me transitionary and transformatory, because you have transformed, and you are ready. And they want me to end there. Okay, beautiful Divine One, thank you for co-creating this message with me today. It was, as always, so fun playing in your frequency, especially at the end. I can feel when the energy shifts in the reading. I don't know why or how, or I don't need to understand it, but I can feel like something shift in the energy or the streams of consciousness or something, and things just get more messy but yet more magical and more exciting. And I feel it's such a beautiful experience for me. So thank you, Divine One, for letting me connect and play in your frequency, and for assisting me in creating this beautiful message. Have a beautiful, magical now. Bye-bye.